Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Charlotte ROVAL for the fourth race in the NRSL Hankook Tyres V8 Supercar Challenge, joined for the fourth race in a row by my man, Vince Freeze.
Well, we're here at the Queen City, Charlotte. A couple things to look out for: the points battle with Dylan Young back there in 20th, looking to drop in the top 10. The section you're about to see right here through these S's, and of course the infamous Turn 1 Tom's Heartburn turn.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be quite the interesting race. 17 laps of action. We're not quite sure what the pit window is going to be. We're thinking either these guys are going to split this in half, or we'll see something similar to Pensacola, where they stretch it as long as they can. Here's to your starting lineup. Top 10, Samet Oskin, Yael Carrillo on the front row. DJ Curtis, Rob Evans, row 2. Keith Rich, Audra Baranowskis, row 3. Peter Ondrak and Cole Deaver in row 4. With Seth Cole and Zach Flickinger in row 5. As we go through the rest of the starting order, Quinton Moore, 18th. Dylan Young, 20th. James Ellison starting near the back again. Same for Charles Sanford. Pensacola winner Nico Tringali going to start 28th. With Alexander Rowe starting in last place. Looking at the point standings, it's Dylan Young by 25 points over Zach Flickinger. Quinton Moore, 29 back. Rob Evans and Baranowskis, 33 back, with Tringali, 35 back. Deanna Jones, Donovan Cage, Logan York, DJ Curtis, all a race or more back in the point standings as we go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the command has been given. Now this is going to be quite the corner right here, as I believe it's one of the heaviest braking zones on the track. But this road course a lot different from Pensacola, as you know, Charlotte a 1.5 mile oval compared to Pensacola, which is a 3 mile oval, so not as the bank corners here are not that long, and there's really not going to be a lot of draft influence here today. But clear sunny skies. It was cloudy in practice, so the sun's out, the fans are on their feet. Race 4 of the V8 Supercar Challenge is about to be green flag racing. And Oskin with a big lead already, as Curtis will file into second place.
Did get up to speed through the infield.
Samet Oskin, your 2020 NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series champion, leading the way for the first time in the series. Yeah, I think he might have led at Armory Digital, I'm not really sure, but actually, I think he had an incident at Armory Digital, but as they hit back on the oval, man, they were not in the infield that long. These cars get so much corner grip. As you see, Carrillo's going to go wide, and oh, Keith Rich and Baranowskis really go wide, and there's the trouble. Quinton Moore, Vince Freeze involved.
Oh,
Dylan Young has flipped onto his side. That was the trouble spot. Will anybody come down to pit road to fix damage? Derek Hamill will. Fitzwater and Zach Rogers too. But Dylan Young, his points lead is gonna be gone now. Ooh, a Sanford in the wall there. These guys are really pushing this track hard. Quinton Moore down in the dumps. Saw Baranowskis get involved in that. She's down to 15th. Zach Flickinger, though, running in 8th place. But that separated the top 4 from the rest of the field. As you see Deanna Jones pushing wide there. She's going to scrape the wall, I think. As Jesse Turner was all in the wall there. So now the field is split up, Vince.
That S's section right there, I just don't think these guys are used to the braking, right? Because you're going an absolute madman through this infield section, then you got to brake from, let's say, 180 down to 50, 60. You're not used to that, especially with these cars that make so much turning grip.
Right now, Oskin in the lead by a 1.5 seconds over DJ Curtis. So, I mean, I think it's really going to come down to if these guys have to pit or not. This race is going to go by pretty fast in terms of counting down the laps compared to Pensacola. You know, Pensacola, we were doing a lap every 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Here we're doing a lap every minute and 12 seconds. And this track is about less than half the distance of Pensacola with not even double the lap count.
Right, and 2.28 miles cooks up like quick. Basically, you can do 2 laps here at the Roval. That equates to 1 lap at the road course in Pensacola. This is a terrible section right here. Everyone's trying to avoid.
And as you said, Vince, it's 176 miles an hour down to about 55. No surprise that somebody had a problem missing the corner. We'll have to take another look at that stack up later. This is another corner they are flying through. We never did an onboard at the Pensacola Roval. When we get to the start-finish line next time by, we'll do one with Samet Oskin. Dylan Young is currently still listed 1 lap down. Is he still on pit road? We don't have an actual pit lane camera, so I'm not really sure. You see, they come up on the banking at about 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, with the banking here, we're not going to see speeds like in Pensacola around 220, maybe 180, like I think you said, 176 is all we can see.
You know, Oskin's barely getting it into 6th gear. All right, well, here we go. We're going to be coming to the start-finish line, and we're going to ride on board a lap with Samet Oskin. We're already coming to the completion of lap 4. Let's just see how fast Oskin's diving it through the corner. You can see the tire fall off starting to kick in. Look at how much he kind of is just playing with the gas there, Vince.
Yeah, that's the tire fall off, but it's not that much. I think it's more just the acceleration and how you want to avoid the paint on the outside of the track. Right here, I love this section. Downhill, left, 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 and then up into this banking right here.
Let's just see how hard he's going to get on the brakes right here. You can just see he slides through that left-hander, Vince.
Yeah, 176 down to 58. You're looking at 122 or 118 mile per hour difference right there. And this is, watch this section. These guys don't take any prisoners here. They're just going to fly right through.
That's a lap around the Roval. Let's go through the field. Samet Oskin leading the race. Fall off about 0.6 of a second there for him. DJ Curtis running in 2nd place. Curtis not running in the Cup Series or the Jerky Pro Truck Series in 2020. But got the invite to run these V8 Supercars. He's running in 2nd place. I think this is the highest we've seen him so far this season. He currently sits 10th in the point standings with 1 top 10. Third on the field is Yael Carrillo, 2020 Jerky Pro Truck Series playoff driver. Rob Evans in 4th place. We know he's won 2 Digital Storm Cup Series Super Speedway races, and he did very well at Pensacola a few days ago. He's currently running in 4th place. He also got shot up the point standings from his finish a race ago. Cole Deaver running in 5th. Peter Onjak in 6th. Seth Cole 7th, the road course veteran of the Cup Series. Zach Flickinger in 8th, looking to take back the points lead as Dylan Young has had a bad day today. Deanna Jones in 9th, and Donovan Cage rounds out the top 10. As Henry Sanford has moved up to 11th, passing Carter Friesen. Keith Rich, Baran Auskus, Johnny Gardner, Vince Fries, Jesse Turner, Nico Tringali, last race's winner, in 18th. Nate Rogers, Andrew Rich rounds out the top 20. Alexander Rowe, we know, started last. He's up to 21st. There's Logan York, James Ellison, Quentin Moore with a bad day as well. That's going to hurt him in the points after being pretty consistent so far. Charles Sanford, 25th. There's Dylan Young, who is 1 lap down. Derek Hamill, Fitzwater, and Zach Rogers, who are all a second off pace with damage compared to Samet Oskin. And looking at the points, Oskin comes into this race 17th in the standings, up 7 from his performance at Pensacola. So Dylan Young with a bad day, top 5 in the points. Same with Quentin Moore. Flickinger's top 10. Evans is top 5. Baran Auskus is 14th-ish. Tringali 18th. Deanna Jones in the top 10. Cage in the top 10. Logan York running bad, and DJ Curtis in 2nd. That is the top 10 in points right now.
Oscar Curtis must be loving this. They'll definitely move up as long as we don't have that magical pit stop, which who knows right now.
Yeah, like we said, we don't really know where the pit stop will come. This track is 0.2 of a mile shorter than Watkins Glen, and Watkins Glen usually on 2X is about 14, 15 laps, depending how much fuel the cars are using. These cars don't use as much fuel, or they don't use it as fast. They've got a little bit of a, like an extra gallon or two, I think, compared to the Cup cars. But they're about halfway through this race, and you know, so far I'm not really sure if we'll see pit stops or not. So just trying to see if there's anybody fighting for position here. It looks like everybody's pretty even. Oh, that time by Curtis was 0.4 of a second faster than Oskin, and I think he might have messed up somewhere because a lot of people were a lot faster. Even Cole Deaver, he still ran a 1:12.9. Just kind of trying to find a battle for you guys right now. Everybody's pretty strung out. As it appears that I am having some technical difficulties. Vince, can you hear me? And that answer is no. So it looks like I'm alone now, as I have officially lost internet. And I officially gotten internet back, so I'm going to take a quick step aside and we'll be back here in a lap. Well, it appears that I will be bringing you guys the conclusion of this race on my lonesome, as internet does not want to cooperate today. Anyways, DJ Curtis is continuing to hunt down Samet Oskin for this race lead. And if these guys don't come to pit road, this is quite interesting if Curtis can continue to close in. Next 2 races on the schedule, Island Rally and Watkins Glen, as we head to New York. And then we'll be going international for a total of 4 races. Pig Stadium and 3 Unit up in Canada, Kyalami over in South Africa, and Pukeka over in New Zealand. And then we'll return and end the series in Massachusetts at Cape Cod and Papyrus. Curtis running even there to Oskin that time by, as Carrillo was 0.5 off the top two. Evans and Deaver closing in 0.3 on him. Deanna Jones is all over Zach Flickinger for 8th place. It's 2 extra points per position inside the top 10, 11th to 10th. It's 2 points. Same thing, 10th to 9th, 9th to 8th, 8th to 7th, and so on until you get from 6th to 5th, which is a 3-point difference. Same from 5th to 4th. And 4th to 3rd. 3rd to 2nd is a 4-point gap, and 2nd to the win is a 5-point gap. Curtis closing in a little more again there. We're at 6 laps to go. Lap times have really started to drop off. Evans and Deaver are continuing to close in on Yael Carrillo. But this is the hunt right here for Curtis on Samet Oskin. This fall off has reached 2 seconds. And in fact, these guys are not even catching the slow cars anymore. But so far, it's not looking like anybody will have to pit. And is Curtis getting any sniff of draft here? 176? Not really. Carrillo is starting to get a bumper full for 3rd place, a podium position. So we'll come to the completion of lap 12. Ooh, and Evans going to get a little more rumble strip there than he would have liked. And both Evans and Deaver slower than Carrillo that time by. Curtis going to lose a couple of hundredths to the race leader of Samet Oskin. Onjak still 6th, Seth Cole 7th, Flickinger 8th, Deanna Jones 9th, and Donovan Cage top 10 on the track. This track is a lot more of a drive the track, don't race your competitors kind of thing compared to Pensacola, where we had so much draft. Island Rally, the lone dirt track on the schedule. We're going to be kicking up some dirt and going over some jumps. That's going to be crazy. That race is in 3 days. So we pull off these races in like 3 to 4 days while we're in the States. This Cage closing is getting a bumper full by Henry Sanford and Carter Friesen here soon. Still no signs of pit stops, as Curtis just lost about 0.4 to Oskin that time by. So you really can't be making mistakes now, because everybody's right there ready to pounce. 4 laps to go though, this time at the line. Seth Cole looking for 6th place on Peter Onjak. Just kind of running out of things to say here, as Flickinger was running a bit of a wider exit there compared to Deanna Jones, since she was looking for the position on him. And still no signs of pit stops. Deaver going to charge it in here on Evans, as Curtis loses an entire second to Samet Oskin that time by. And at 3 laps to go, it does not look like we will have pit stops here today. So the officials perhaps making this race a little too short to where 2X is not going to make these guys have to pit for gas. We could see a race here for 26. Hamill has been getting chased down by Fitzwater and Zach Rogers. That time, no, Zach Rogers with a bad lap. Fitzwater, though, with a good lap. Dylan Young a lap down. Bad day again for him. Same with Quinton Moore, Logan York. Those guys all up there in the point standings. Tringali with his win, running in 18th today. All because of that incident in the chicane, which we will look at. As it appears that, yes, indeed, nobody will pit. Ooh, very bad corner there for Zach Flickinger. But Deanna Jones did not hop on it. She also checked up for him, as it looks like that one corner is determining whether you get a good lap or a bad lap. But Oskin is pulled away. He's gone from DJ Curtis. The lead now 3 4/10 of a second. As Oskin can pretty much just cruise at this point. No big mistakes. The race is his to win. Oh, almost 3 seconds of fall off. Another 4/10 gained by the 33. This is going to be a big win for the 2020 Digital Storm Cup Series champion. And it'll be the 4th different winner on the season. And all of our winners are driving Holden. Ford with no wins so far in the season. 4 of the 12 races will be complete. And of course, the race leader now, Samet Oskin, is driving a Holden. And DJ Curtis also driving a Holden. Highest Ford on the track is Yael Carrillo in 3rd. Coming through the final corners, the 2020 Cup Series champion's going to get his first V8 Supercar Challenge win. Samet Oskin will win at the Charlotte ROVAL. Pure domination here by the 33 of Oskin. DJ Curtis gonna bring it home in 2nd place. Carrillo 3rd. Evans 4th. Deaver 5th. Onjack 6th. Seth Cole 7th. Zach Flickinger 8th. Deanna Jones 9th. And Donovan Cage will round out the top 10 as we await the results to be official. They are indeed official. So with that, let's take you to the incident that occurred on lap 1. All right, this all started with Keith Rich and Varan Auskus, who were running 5th and 6th at the time. They're going to come in here into the chicane. Oh, and Keith Rich just got run over by Baran Oskus, and they were unable to save it. You can see there they both lost traction. They slam into the wall. Now, that's what happened with them. What happened back here with Vince Freeze? Oh, Vince Freeze just loses it. Right there, car dips, super slow-mo. He's around. And now everybody's going pretty slow right here. So what happened to Dylan Young? Oh, Quentin Moore lost it. That plopped him into Johnny Gardner. And then Dylan Young loses it with Derek Hamill right there. Andrew Rich. Oh, and there's more people spinning over here at the entry to the corner. Dylan Young's car just kind of bounced onto two wheels and then got flipped over by Nate Rogers. Okay, then. So that is very unfortunate for Dylan Young. Let's see what happened here at the very back. This was with Charles Sanford. Oh, and Fitzwater just came in and pile drove James Ellison. And that sent him, Sanford, and Zach Rogers way wide. And, man, they all missed the corner. But that is our lap 1 incident. And with that, I will see you all next time at Island Rally, and hopefully without any technical issues.